Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel for another tarot pick a card reading. In today's reading, we are asking the question, will you guys be together in a serious committed relationship? So if you don't have a person in mind that you're connected to right now, this reading is obviously not going to be for you. But yeah, let's dive in. We have our pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Timestamps will be provided below. I'll see you at your time. Alrighty, pile 1, let's see what you got for the answer for the question of, will you be with this person in a serious committed relationship? So I think I might just use the tarot only for this, and let's see how it goes. For the person on their mind, for pile 1 watchers, will they be in a serious committed relationship? All right, we have Justice coming out. The Two of Wands, the Three of Wands, excuse me. The Eight of Pentacles. The Five of Swords. The Lovers. Let's get one more. Ace of Cups, and our overall energy back of the deck is Page of Swords. All right, so it's interesting because I feel like something is due to happen here. There could be some issues with distance, work, miscommunications, like things like that are really kind of coming up here. But for some reason, I do feel like this is a deciding point for you guys. How you handle this is like deciding what comes next, essentially. So in that, yeah, I was going to say, I feel like the future is uncertain right now. I feel like this is really up in your guys' hands. And, you know, that's what Justice, I kind of like about Justice. This is a human in this card, you know, it's not some kind of ethereal energy like we see in like the Lovers. No, this right now, it's saying that this is a decision that's being made through your guys' actions, how you're going about things. It's funny because I said Two of Wands accidentally, and that makes sense because it is like you're at a crossroads right now. There is this kind of like things could go good, but things could also just fall apart. And I feel like that's a big thing here. Like I said, there are things that are keeping you guys away from each other. But it doesn't feel like those things are set in stone, you know, like they don't have to be, at least. So I feel like right now the answer here is that you guys it's a choice, essentially. It's still a choice for you or for them. Let's separate this energy a little bit and see the you or them of it all. So we keep the Page of Swords here. Where do I want to put them? Keep them in the middle. All right, so show me them being the person you're inquiring about, being a relationship about. Yeah, okay. 5 of Cups. Show me them. 2 of Swords. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say there are some incompatibilities that I feel like are coming up right here, right now. And it doesn't feel like this person is able to address that fully yet. And then on your side, we have the 4 of Swords. And the 9 of Wands. Yeah, okay. So we do have some issues right now with addressing kind of the elephants in the room, I feel like. So that could be where you guys are hung up right now, is that, you know, when you're getting into a serious committed relationship, you have to be vulnerable. And I feel like right now you guys are kind of teetering on, are we going to be vulnerable or are we not going to be vulnerable? Because we do have the Lovers and the Ace of Cups here. We can't ignore that. Though, and that's what I feel like this person is feeling as well, and you are feeling. It's like you can't ignore that there's calls to action here when it comes to emotionality, essentially, in any situation. And like I said, whether, you know, there's issues with distance, timing, practical matters, miscommunications, whatever, it's giving you guys the opportunity, like I said, to see compatibility, to see, you know, do you work through challenges well together or not? The Page of Swords being our overall energy here, it really does show this kind of perception that's supposed to be given right now. And being able to be more aware of things from a different point of view. So it's kind of interesting though, because they're over here not really focusing on a solution, I would say. I don't think they're really focused on commitment right now. Because I feel like this person is more torn because, like I said, they know that there's something here. They can't ignore it, but they don't really know what to do necessarily about the tornness, you know, because sometimes when people feel things that feel quote unquote negative, you know, just challenges and basic things we all run into, like some people are more pessimistic about it, and I'm feeling like this person compared to you is a little bit more pessimistic about it. Now, I'm not seeing you as a ray of optimism either, honestly. With the Nine of Wands, I feel like there is a really like on guard energy about you and this person. So like I said, you guys are both being given the opportunity to perhaps go about this in a different way, but you have to be willing to do that. And you guys both kind of don't seem super willing at this exact point in time. And obviously, you know, time is an ever-going thing, so this message could change, and like I said, something could change here, but something would have to change here, I would want to say, before there could be a commitment. You know, I feel like you guys would really have to decide to offer each other an emotional point of view, an emotional understanding, and I'm kind of feeling like this person is not, who you're inquiring about, is not used to somebody that would be like understanding to them, if that makes sense. And then on your end, I feel like you're used to just kind of keeping your mouth shut and just kind of thinking about it, you know, like letting it weigh on your mind a lot, and maybe making you, like, it's weighing so much on your mind, it's making you act more guarded. And you might think, you know, you might be like, Paige, I'm so in love with this person. I like them so much. No, like, you're not acting like it though, like I said, because you're coming from this overthinking space. So they might not even see it that way. So let me see how they're viewing you. How is this one? Okay, we're seeing the Five of Pentacles coming out for that. And then how are you viewing them? Ooh. How are you viewing them? The World. Yeah, I think you're viewing them as like, oh, this could be, there's so much potential here. You know, this could be something great. But you also have a lot of expectations towards them, I feel like, with the World as well. Like, you might really want this person to just be the one to fix it. You know what I mean? Like, you might not see anything wrong in, like, how you're going about things. And so you just might have these high expectations, like, you need to fix it. Whereas I feel like this person is viewing you as, you know, someone that is, I mean, this is a card of, like, being left out, essentially. And so I feel like they're seeing you as maybe either counting yourself out or acting in ways that show that you kind of already feel rejected and, you know, act with rejection wounds in a way. So yeah, I mean, like I said, like, this isn't set in stone. This isn't how it has to be or will be in the future necessarily, but you really have to change. You'd have to admit that you want something different here. And I feel like that is not going to come unless you know, show up and are able to kind of bring that energy, the new energy, because that's what Ace of Cups is. It's a new energy. It's a new emotional feeling. So coming after the Lovers, and especially coming after the Five of Swords too, it does show like you're going to have to change your mindset a little bit on how you show up and what you're willing to offer a situation, and are you willing to really offer things from an emotional level, because you might find out that you're not, honestly, and that, like I said, like, this might just part ways and that's it. So really look into that, is what we're seeing as like advice here. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty short and sweet and clear and to the point, honestly, guys. Like, it's in your hands ultimately, but hopefully this gives you some clarity on the groundwork that you guys are working with. So yeah, that being said, Group 1, I hope this message resonated. And if you liked it and it resonated, of course, subscribe to my channel and give this video a big thumbs up. And of course, comment down below or share or do whatever else you want. But yeah, otherwise, I'll talk to you guys in a later video. Peace. Hey Group 2, let's get started with your Tarot Pick a Card reading today, all about, will you be in a serious committed relationship with this person? So we are only using tarot today. last message that I had was short and sweet, so I wonder if this will come out the same. We'll see. All right. Will pile 2 viewers be in a serious relationship with the person on their mind? We have the Empress starting us off. We have the 5 of Swords. Seven of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. The 10 of Cups. And the 4 of Wands. Overall energy is the 9 of Pentacles. I'm getting a big fat yes for you guys, honestly. A big fat yes. So starting off with the Empress, I was like, okay, clearly there is some serious, like, mommy daddy vibes here. Like, that's the, when I see it in, like, context of, like, a together like, connection with people, the Empress really, like, talks about that, because it is the card of, like fertility, essentially, and, like, what, does that bring babies. So, like, mommy and daddy energy is coming through right away. And it's really interesting because I feel like you felt that in your soul. This person kind of feels that in their soul. You guys kind of look at each other and on a biological level resonate with, like, mommy and daddy. You know what I mean? Like, there's something where you guys, like, you see each other in that light. Now, what's interesting is because we do have the 5 of Swords, so it does kind of show this, like, sort of mental, I mean, that's exactly what this card is, mental conflict, but with it's interesting, we have all these little trees here, and then the heart that's being stabbed away here. I feel like there is a lot of growth that, like, just maybe happened early on or really fast or something like that, like I said, on a biological level, it clicked. It brought you guys together, and I think that brought up a lot of, like, mental conflict, because it's like, I'm not ready, I'm not there, I'm not this, I'm not that. A lot of imagined scenarios with the 7 of Cups. I mean, there's a lot of, like, it's being overwhelmed, honestly, because it's like all of a sudden you're kind of, like, pulled, you're moved in different directions. And it's kind of interesting to me too, because I feel like I said, things started off really, like, quick and got rolling, and I feel like without even, like, thinking about this turning into anything, it turned into something. And I think that's what really was, has drawn the confusion here, on both ends. I feel you both are really, like, it was unexpected for both of you, essentially. So the Wheel of Fortune is interesting, though, because it does kind of show this, like, optimism, essentially, surrounding this, despite the confusion and overwhelmingness that is occurring here. I feel like you have a lot of, like, realizations, though, like I said, that there's something about this that's meant to be. And like I said, that could be overwhelming because maybe in the past you guys have both, like, had a lot of false starts with people where, like, it felt really good at first and then it just didn't turn out that it wasn't what you thought it was. So I feel like this is a really interesting situation because it's kind of starting in a similar way, but actually promising. We have the 10 of Cups next, like, and the 4 of Wands. Both of those are higher level commitment cards when it comes to just commitments in general, like, oh, I just knocked over a whole tarot deck. Dang it. I'll deal with it later. But that's what I mean, though. Like, it's funny because, like, me knocking that over, I like, anything that happens in my readings, if you know me or listen to these readings at all, like, I take everything. I'm that bitch that everything means something. And whenever, like, me knocking over these cards, let me just see. There's 3 cards that were left from this other deck. The Star, the King of Swords, and the High Priestess. That's funny. Like I said, like, I feel like this really threw you guys off, but, like, you couldn't even, you realize you're like, okay, it's go time. I have to get this together. Like, I have to get things together now. I have to get things going now. And I feel like that's what's really, like, yeah, it lit a fire in you guys. You guys have really done that for each other. And I think that's why the 9 of Pentacles is coming out here, because I feel like you guys both have really, like, turned on each other's A game, and, like, that's that biological mommy daddy energy I'm talking about, where it's like, okay, step up. We're doing this together. There's a higher octave, like I said, that is showing up here that I think, you might be feeling the confusion and conflict and mental, like, ooh, about it. But, you know, that's like the beginning stages. It's because you already know. So this is a big fat yes so far. Not so far. It's just a big fat yes. But let's keep diving into this. So we'll keep this here. Let's see how they are showing up here. What is their energy? They are being the person that you are inquiring about. Queen of Pentacles. And the Moon. Wow, very yeah, I feel like this person is becoming very in tune with their nurturing side. Like they're becoming a lot more open to the fact that they can build with other people. And I'm seeing this too, like especially if this is the masculine that we're asking about, having the Queen of Pentacles shows that they're like looking for a partner in crime and when it comes to like supporting and lifestyle and whatnot. So I kind of feel like this person is really like being awakened to this unconscious desire that they have to maybe have a Queen of Pentacles in their life. You know what I mean? Like their partner in crime. It could be startling is what I just heard. Yeah, I feel like they're really taken off guard. Something about this is a little scary to them and a little like uncertain. But they can't really help but show up. On your side, we got the Crone of Swords and then the Queen of Cups. Very interesting. You're showing up very much like, I already know, and I'm already acting as if. Like, I think, and that's the thing here. Like I said, you guys already kind of knew that this was the path. You know, like, and there was, like I said, like, there was a kind of optimism despite the confusion that is, you know, tried and true. It's because you knew, you felt it. And I think you both felt, and that's the thing, it's mutual. You guys are on the same wavelength and the same energy field is what I want to say. I feel like you're not afraid to be vulnerable too when needed in this connection, and that really has governed a big position, you know, like, because an Empress doesn't show up in the sense of, like I was saying earlier with partnership, unless it's like equal. Unless there is like a really stable, like I said, mommy and daddy in the house. And I feel like you have really like driven that energy. Like you pulled it out of them. They pulled it out of you. I think they've made you softer, honestly, or like more balanced in your softness. Because the Crone of Swords is normally pretty like cut and dry. So being paired with the Queen of Cups, it's like, you learn how to be cut and dry, but still in a way that's like productive emotionally. And like, I don't know, like you are really showing up as your best self right now. And I feel like so are they. Like they're really, and I think part of their best self, let me clarify the Moon actually before I say this. Witch of Wands. Yeah, I was going to say part of what their best self is a part of them that they like only act on instinct with. And that's the thing is like when you have a part of you that's like that, you can't like, no, it's not like it's brought out by anything, you know? And I feel like that's the thing is this person has a very specific side to them that is coming out right now that I feel like very few, if any, people have ever really pulled out of them. So it's adding a lot of layers here, honestly. It feels like you guys have a lot of layers and are coming to a conclusion that all of these layers work together. So yeah, of course you're going to be together. Like you guys really seem to get each other and get kind of the overall message, the overall vibe that you guys want for like the future. Like you put off that vibe to each other. Whether, like I said, it's very unconscious, very biological. Like there's just in that regard, you know how people say that like there's certain things that like our bodies just kind of respond to, like that is what's happening here. You guys are literally just responding to each other on a very biological, chemical level in ways that is just kind of opening some things up. And that's really good. You really can't ask for anything more. Honestly. So yeah, guys, another cut and dry, pretty easy message here for you. So I hope this resonated for you and helped you out. Can't wait for you guys to let me know how cute your relationship ends up being. But anyways, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. And of course, subscribe, comment down below, share the video, do as you will. I will see you guys in a later video though. Peace. Hey group 3, let's get started with your tarot pick a card reading today. All about the person on your mind. Will you be in a serious committed relationship with them? So we are doing tarot only today and getting some pretty clear messages from it. So take it for what it's worth, y'all. Let's get into it. Will pile 3 be in a serious committed relationship with the person on their mind? We have the 6 of Cups starting us off. The King of Cups. The 8 of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles. The Sun, and the 10 of Wands. Overall energy on the back of the deck is 5 of Cups. This is interesting. So I'm definitely seeing this as being a situation where this is kind of like past energy for some reason, with like all of this that I'm kind of seeing on this side at least. So this could be like rekindling that you're asking about, like somebody you'd be rekindling with for some of you. But I do feel like you guys would have to both look at what you didn't want and like what you're gonna do about it. Okay, that's what we're seeing here. So I do feel like you guys will be moving into a more serious relationship with this person. And I feel like the committed part is where this is going to be turning to, because it's like you guys are both going to have to decide from past disappointments, what in the future are you going to commit to instead? And is it worth the work? So, you know, part of it is requiring you guys both to look at, like I said, past events that have occurred in this connection and really evaluate where you're coming from. You know, where were you coming from too? Were you coming from a place of fear before? And are you not now? Like there's something here that we're kind of picking up on. So it's funny because it kind of stopped me for a second when I first started this reading and I kind of zoned in to other things and whatnot. So it does make me feel like, you know, there could be a pause that occurs or that has occurred that sort of prompts this new level of commitment or this new layer that we're seeing here. Because we do see like the 10 of Wands and the Sun here at the end of the deck, or at the end of the reading, with the Knight of Pentacles as well. So it does make me feel like the intentionality is changing. There's a lot more clarity on what it is that we're doing. And I actually love this version of the 10 of Wands, because this guy seems like he's just doing his work, you know, instead of the regular depiction of the card, it looks a lot more burdened, but I don't feel like this person's very burdened anymore by the calls to action that might have to be taken. And neither will you. And I feel like that's where, when you know, like you're on the precipice of commitment with this person, essentially. Because that's what we're kind of seeing here. It's a little steady, a little slow, but it's there, and I feel like it's ever present. It might not be the most like public thing right away, I will say, because maybe of stuff that has happened in the past, whether it's with this person or without this person, whatever it is, like something about the past, and trying to like do something from a different point of view and do it from a different, more like intentional point of view, essentially. That's what I'm kind of getting right away. Let's get into this a little bit more. So we have our overall as the 5 of Cups. Let's clarify that actually first before I ask about sides. Oh, it popped right up. We have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, so there could be a degree of pickiness or choosiness right now. I feel like playing with like your cards close to your chest. I feel like that, you know, and I feel like maybe you're already in some type of serious committed relationship. Okay, this is a side note, but like in terms of spirit, you know, because you don't need to have a public label for you to be in a connection. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I'm seeing here. For you to both deeply care about each other, for you to both want stuff for each other, you know, like that's kind of what we're seeing here. This could, some of you could be asking about like marriage. Like, is this, you know, current partner that I'm with, are we going to move to marriage? This is showing me like strategy in that, and like really weighing what the future really looks like and what you're willing to kind of let go of, you know? And again, like on a same level, but different level, or in the same situation, but like a different level, is like somebody thinking about like, okay, am I ready to move on from my single life? You know, am I ready to look past these experiences and move on to different things, you know? So I'm kind of seeing a lot of different ways that this could occur. This could be kind of that pile that is for more of like unique situations, or ones that are not exactly on, you know, when sometimes people watch these readings and it's not from the intended person, like situation that I'm expecting, because like when I'm reading this reading, I'm expecting it to be for people who are like already casually dating, you know what I mean? So, but I know that there's people watching this that are in relationships, and they're, like I said, they're asking about marriage, or people that are rekindling, like I said, with an ex, and they're trying to see the next. So this, I feel like this is that pile where, like I said, the situation and the circumstances kind of extend more than what I'm trying to ask right now. So that being said, there is this kind of, like I said, commitment that's already established here. And it doesn't seem to be really moving too much from that. However, there is this vantage point for the future that is being recognized. So let's see on each part where you guys are at. So let's see the person that you're inquiring about. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, they're evaluating heavy right now. Oh, we had a few flip out. Just one, please. Just one more. I said one more. This is a rogue reading right here. The 10 of Swords. Why do they always do yard work when I'm trying to record a reading? This is so annoying. Okay, sorry if you can hear that, but the 7 of Pentacles with the 10 of Swords, like I said, is showing this person that you're inquiring about being on the fence a little bit, because, like I said, they're still evaluating things. I think there's still a lot of things that they have gone through that are really like sticking out to them as something to take note of and like be attentive to, aware of, almost so much so that, like I said, they kind of move a little slow and steady and like aren't necessarily trying to launch themselves into something new, but they're there, you know, they're already there, it feels like. Yeah, because the 10 of Swords, I mean, that's the end, you know, like that's the end over here too. So it's not, I'm not saying like the end of y'all, but like it feels so like you guys have already seen the end with each other in some capacity. You guys have already seen like what could happen if things were different, you know, and if you guys weren't together. So I feel like that is something they're really weighing, pros and cons of it. And on your side, we're seeing the Magician. And the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so you are trying to manifest this and trying to make this work. I feel like you're offering some type of like energy to the universe right now that says like, I will make it work. I will do the next step. Like I will do the next, and you're doing that to this person too. Yeah, I think you really want to move into new territory with this person. And I feel like they're evaluating that as well. But like I said, they're evaluating that. You already want it, so it's different. How are they viewing you? Let's see. The Fool. Yeah, they're like, you're ready to restart. They're ready to re-go. Try again. Next level, next phase. What's they like? Yeah, they're a hangman. They're like, I'm kind of comfortable where I'm at. That's interesting. Show me the future of this connection. Wheel of Fortune. Ace of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, I do feel like, yeah, High Priestess on the back of the deck. I do feel like you guys are going to get what you want here. I feel like it's just really going to be consistently trying to manifest it, though. You know, like, and I think that's already kind of how you go about this and how they go about this. I feel like you both are trying to look on the bright side here, and that is going to be kind of what gets it going, keeps things forward. Like I said, like, turning the other cheek and kind of moving into a territory where it's like, I got this, I can handle this, I'm self-sufficient enough to handle this, is another thing. Because like I said, maybe you guys have had past bonds where, whether together or apart with this person, like there was a lot of codependency. So I feel like this person like really is weighing, you know, are you a good match? Are you a good pair? You're also, you know, you've weighed that as well. So I feel like you guys are both now in this situation where you're like, I know I'm capable now to do better. I know I'm capable of getting what I want out of this situation. So I do feel like you kind of manifest it through that. But you have to keep your mind and like eye on the prize. And I feel like same with this person. Like you guys are both kind of taking that as like taking note of that in a way where it's like, okay, I can really take charge in this situation by being aware for some reason. It may be emotionally aware and just like trying to act in a place that's like, hey, I'm emotionally aware now and I understand now maybe these past disappointments or areas where I wasn't showing up the right way. Yeah, so I do see a little reconciliation vibe for sure in that regard. So yeah, that's what I have for you, Group 3. Hope this message resonated for you. And if it did, make sure you comment down below, like this video, subscribe, share the video, whatever you want to do. Thank you so much for letting me read for you, and I'll see you in another video. Peace.